Hi, I'm Matt from hockeyreviews.ca, and this is a video that has nothing to do with these pads shown right here. But when I filmed the content for this video, it was a long time ago. I no longer have these pads, so we will actually hold them up and show them. But this video will be the thigh rise test for the True 12.2 pads that I borrowed from Just Hockey. I have a bunch of content on that True 12.2 gear because of Just Hockey. So support them, check them out, buy some gear from them, because without them and any of these videos wouldn't have been able to happen. I think it's pretty important content to do tests like these and stuff like this with all the gear. So I'm going to be doing this test in the future with all different pads, including I'll go back to do these pads. I'll go to do these pads, which is the ultrasonic, as well as a stiffer hyperlight to do this comparison with, just because I think this is important and no one's really covering this. And it kind of goes along with my lines of covering like goalies in the NHL who are using soft pads where the thigh rise basically fails them and causes goals to happen. I've covered it on Instagram a bunch, and I get hilarious feedback of that too. It's more of what I think stiff thigh rises are kind of important. Not necessarily the shape of the pad, but the stiffness of the core, like basically right here, is important. And obviously a little bit on top of the knee as well. Before all that, if you want to support the channel so I can keep making content like this, check out links in the description to Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee. Everything through there comes right back into the channel so I can keep making content and doing more reviews. Basically, if I want to do tests like these, I either need a store like Just Hockey to lend me a demo set, or I need to buy the gear itself, because companies aren't really lending me demo sets to do stuff with this, so I have to go out and buy the actual gear to do the reviews. So that's really expensive and hard to make content for, so anything would be greatly appreciated. That go in? So right off the bat, I want to apologize for how dark this video is. When you're doing 240 frames per second on a GoPro, you need a lot of light. And at the time I had pretty bad lighting in my basement. That has changed. Hopefully it'll be better in the future. With that said, I also want to clarify that in the RVH position, which as you can see right now, it is a bit misleading because the thigh rise actually does a better job than what this clip shows and these clips show, because you are leaning against the pad, so you're kind of all your weight is back towards the boot and not straight down in the block. The pad does let more pucks in, considerably more than it does when it's in the actual full butterfly. And the full butterfly is where I've been critical of pads in the past, specifically the Vaughn pads and the Brian's pads I've pointed out previously and on like Instagram and stuff, where pucks just go right through. With these ones, pucks still go through in the RVH, but once it's in the butterfly, you can really see the pads. They're bending a lot, but the puck's always staying out and not going through that spot. Now, if some of the weight is off the block and you're kind of leaning off the ice a bit, then a puck might be able to squeak through underneath, but the pads do a pretty good job of thigh rise stiffness to kind of hold most pucks out like that. You really do see a difference in the front view when I'm in the RVH versus when I'm in the butterfly, and how that thigh rise comes up a little bit and pucks can squeak through there a lot more than just in the normal butterfly. Overall, these pads do a pretty good job. The thigh rise in the core itself is stiff enough that I'd be happy using. My personal preference is a little stiffer than what these are, without a below the knee break, and just a little stiffer overall. But these ones, they don't have a top knee break, and all the real flex is coming mostly from below the knee break, but they're not bad, and they're definitely something I could wear and would be totally satisfied with. I can see from a standpoint of like pucks going through why Lefebvre or True doesn't do an internal top break anymore, doesn't offer that. This video kind of shows a pretty good example that this pad is still kind of stiff, but pucks are still kind of flexing it. But at the same time, it's a personal preference thing. So once again, thank you for watching this video. Hopefully it was helpful. Make sure you check out all the other videos I have on the True 12.2 gear. There's a lot of content from that, and it's all happened because of Just Hockey. So check them out in the description. make a purchase through there. I've had great experiences with their ordering custom, just ordering stuff through them. Let them know you came from me, would be greatly appreciated. But without their help, none of these videos would have happened. If you want to support the channel to see more videos like this, check out the link in the description to Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee. Everything goes through there, right back in the channel. To do tests like this, I either need a demo set from a company or a store, like Just Hockey, or I need to buy the gear myself outright. That last one is really expensive because the first one doesn't happen too often. So anything through those sites will come right back into the channel so I can keep doing this stuff and making more content like this. Thank you very much for watching, and take it easy.
You're watching HockeyReviews.ca.